Now, I want you to forget everything you think you know about trading, seriously, because in this video, I am going to show you a different way. A very simple way. A way that took me from $1,000 to, well, let's just say it's significantly way more than that now. And no, this is not a get rich quick scheme. And I am definitely not going to talk about any magic indicator over here. Now, I have seen my trading transform with just this simple stuff, right? And I understand that watching this video simply means that you are ready to level up your trading. So you might want to just stick around. Right now, if you're new to the channel, welcome. We trade the Nasdaq over here. If you're returning, welcome back. You know what's up. Don't forget to hit that like button, turn on your post notifications, and subscribe to the channel. Now today we are going to cover everything from the bigger picture on the daily time frame to the trend analysis on the 4-hour time frame. We're going to have the entry confirmation on the 1-hour time frame, and finally the precise moment that I will enter the trade on the 30-minute time frame. I will simply choose not to play with anything lower than the 30-minute time frame. Why? Because I am trading gold right now. I have noticed that gold most of the times respects my setups on the larger time frame, right? So you have to understand that you need to have a relationship with the instrument that you're trading. With the Nasdaq, yes, I can play around going to the 5-minute time frame. I am more comfortable on the 5-minute time frame when I'm trading in Nasdaq, but when it comes to gold, I really want to just stay, let's say, 30-minute time frame, unless I am scalping gold. Right now this trade looks good for a swing, so we're gonna stop at the 30-minute time frame so that we avoid all the noise that is going to be on the lower time frame. Now let's look and see what the charts are saying. Right here on gold, we are looking on the daily time frame. First things first, we have to identify our key levels, right? Resistance is very crucial, especially when you are riding to the upside. Gold has been on an uptrend and it looks like it's going to break out of the highs, so every resistance area is going to be very important. I want to make sure that the market has rejected from the resistance point first before I can get another setup when the market drops down. I am marking it up right here. This is our resistance area. Now notice how it aligns with the previous highs, and like I said, it has already been rejected from these previous highs. Now for a support, this area looks solid. It's a great high that the market once broke out of, which has now been turned into a reliable support level, and that's all I need on the daily time frame chart. I'm not complicating anything here. Right now, let's zoom into the 4-hour time frame. Here I can draw a trend line like so. This gives us better sense of the overall trend, the momentum. But remember, a trend line alone is not an entry signal. It's just a tool to guide us. At this point, I'm looking for confluence. I need more confirmations, right? So trend lines by themselves cannot be entry signals. Now let's just refine our entry on the 1-hour chart, and bingo, another support area forming here. It is confirmed by these multiple touches at the exact same level. 2, 3 or more touches at a specific zone. You already understand that that's a support or a resistance zone, plain and simple. This is the kind of setup I look for. Everything is aligning from the daily time frame. Okay, so now for the money slot, that's the 30-minute time frame. I want you to look at this bullish candlestick pattern. This is telling me a story, right? It's whispering that the sellers are losing steam. I'm always saying this in most of my videos. You always want to trade when the opposing party loses steam. As you can see, the buyers are waking up here, and it is just showing with this bullish candlestick on the 30-minute time frame. And this, my friends, this is a signal to strike. I am going to go long right here for gold, and we're going to wait and see. That's the simple explanation, nothing complicated here. That's exactly the whole setup, what I am looking for and waiting to see on gold right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to let the trade run. Since we are trading on a larger time frame, I don't expect the market to just move right now and start shooting to the top. It might take some time, but I do want to see a little bit of movement when I then come back. Good morning, beautiful traders. It is the next day and the market has retraced a little bit, nothing major. We are back up now and we're just playing around the break even with a few pips in green, as you can see here. I'm going to let the trade run for the rest of the day, and let's see what gold has in store for us, and I'll update you guys later. I was hoping to see a few more pips than this on gold since we had held the trade overnight, but I am guessing that we don't have volatility in the market, so I will come back later and update you guys. All right, guys, it is a few hours later, and what a day it has been. But I want to show you guys something really interesting too. I have also entered a Nasdaq trade. Actually, I have added positions to my Nasdaq trade, and we are flying high on the Nasdaq. We are up significantly from our initial entry, which I shared in the previous video. That was on Tuesday. If you remembered, we closed off that video with an account that was around $2,000 from our initial $1,000 deposit. Now, I told my inner circle to add positions, and look at this. Adding those extra positions has really paid off. This was yet another simple, set up on the Nasdaq. You can see the market breaking out of this area, and I immediately jumped in as soon as I saw this breakout. You know me, if you know me, I actually really love trading breakouts, especially breakouts of a resistance when we're on an uptrend. That's one of my signature trades, right? But enough of the Nasdaq for now. We might end up holding it a bit longer before, we'll take a few profits from that, or I might not even end up closing, the trades. But let's just see how the day eventually plays out. Now let's get to the gold trade. So I picked at the gold trade on my phone earlier when I was out, and well, let's just say gold was a little bit busy today, right? Let's just see what it looks like on the charts. Just look at that move. You'd think that the institutions were behind this push. Just look at how it shot straight up to the top. This is what we live for. We put in the time, the effort, the analysis, and my stop loss here is already deep in the profit, securing my gains on gold. I have locked in over 1,000 pips on this trade. Yes, sir. Now, what are we looking at next? Let's use this trend line as a guide. So that's what you always want to do, right? In as much as I want to see gold giving me more pips and pushing up to the top, I have to still be aware of how the market can move in this case. Right now, if we use this trend line as a guide, and if we see a retracement, that is gold falling back to this level, I want to make sure that I am not caught on the wrong side, right? And if it does not retrace, because there are always two things that the market can do, right? If it doesn't retrace, we could see another push to this next resistance level, and we might see the market rejecting from that zone. So that's something to keep an eye on gold, right? This, guys, is exactly how I approached gold and Nasdaq for this week. This week has been absolutely lovely. I have really enjoyed trading for this week. A really nice catch on the Nasdaq, added more positions, and this fantastic trade on gold, especially gold, since this is what the whole video is all about, right? So see, you don't really need to overcomplicate anything when you are trading. A simple trend line, support and resistance, and just a little bit of patience for the market to then move. I held this trade overnight. I did not panic. You even saw it retracing back. It was in drawdown. That was when I was sleeping. I wasn't even checking the trades, and then the market just moved up to the top. Maybe if I was checking the trades every 2 seconds, I'll probably even have closed the trades a bit earlier, right? So just letting the trades run without you checking on them like that is something that has more advantages than disadvantages. So what I know is the inner circle is smiling. We have all been having a really good week. Comment down below how your trading week is going so far. I mean, by the time you see this video, we would be left with at least 2 days before the market closes, or maybe a day and a few hours before the market then closes for the week. But as you can see, the week has been absolutely lovely. I want to see in the comments who's been having a good week, who's not been having a good. I hope everyone actually has been having a good week. And now, if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to hit that like button, turn your post notifications, and subscribe to the channel. You feel me with that? It's been Tino, and I'll see you in the next lit video. Can you focus on me?
side.